In this video, we're simulating the Champions League, but with a little twist. Instead of having the regular knockout stage, we'll have additional groups, meaning that instead of the classic round of 16, we'll have 4 groups of 4, the quarterfinals will be transformed into 2 groups of 4, and ultimately the final group of 4 will decide the winner. Let's see what happens, but my money would be on Manchester City or PSG this time. Only 2 teams will go through, and we'll have only 3 match days, just like in the World Cup. It's time for the first group. It's Manchester City, Leipzig, Frankfurt, and Napoli. I'd say probably Napoli and Manchester City, right? It's Manchester City, Eintracht Frankfurt, and let's see the final result. And it's 2-2, okay? Mario Götze, Kolomwani, De Bruyne, and Haaland scored. Let's see the other match. It's Napoli, Leipzig. Let's see if somebody can win this one. 3-3, okay. Quite an interesting group. Nkunku with the brace, Andres Silva as well scoring for Leipzig, and Mario Rui Osimhen and Zielinski for Napoli. So it seems that so far they're quite evenly matched. But now it's time for the first match in Group B. It's Bruges, Benfica, Borussia Dortmund, and Chelsea. Of course, I would think that Chelsea and Borussia will qualify, but let's see. It's Bruges, Dortmund. I'd say maybe 2-0 for the German side. And it's another draw. It's 1-1. Mokoko and Jutgla scoring in this match. Maybe this is the chosen encounter to break the draw chain. It's Chelsea-Benfica. Let's go with 1-0 only for the English side. Let's see. And it's 2-1. Okay, finally. Gallagher, Chalobah, and Ramos scored. Now we have Group C, and again it seems that Inter is participating in a death group, with Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Porto as well. The first one is Liverpool-Inter. I'd say the English side is going to win, maybe with 2-0. Let's see it though. And it's another draw. It's 2-2 with Trent Alexander-Arnold, De Vrij, Salah, and Dzeko scoring. Well, we've seen many times how unreliable the FIFA simulations are, so maybe we'll have a surprising winner in this Champions League season. But now we have Porto against Real Madrid. The Spanish side must win, maybe with 3-0? Who knows? We'll see. And it's 2-0, okay, Vinicius Jr. and Ferland Mendy. And now it's the final group, and this is truly the group of death, with Milan, Spurs, PSG, and Bayern as well. I'm not even sure what to believe, but maybe PSG and Bayern will qualify. The first one is Milan-PSG, and I think Messi's side is going to win, maybe with 1-0 only. But let's see it. And it's, yeah, of course, it's another draw. Rafael Leao, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, and De Ketelaere to score. And the final encounter in the first week, it's Bayern-Spurs. Let's go with the draw, why not, right? And now it's not going to be, right? Of course. It's 2-1 for Bayern, though. Musiala, Gnabry, and Kulusevski scored. It's the second match day, it's Group A again, and everybody has only 1 point. It's the most exciting match in this group. It's Napoli-Manchester City. I'd say a draw, but I don't know. With the FIFA simulations, you never know. And let's see it. It's 2-1 for Manchester City. It's De Bruyne with the brace, and Anguissa scored for Napoli. Leipzig, Frankfurt, though. It's a Bundesliga match. Let's assume a draw. And it's 3-3, okay. It's Forsberg with the brace, and Campbell scored as well for Leipzig. And for Frankfurt, it's So, and again Kolomwani and Mario Götze to score the equalizer very late in the game. Time for Group B again, and only Chelsea is in a good position now. Speaking of Chelsea, they have a match against Club Bruges. Let's see, maybe it's another draw, why not? And it's 1-0 for Chelsea. It's Chalobah to score the winning goal. So it's safe to say that Chelsea is going to play in their next round of groups. And it's Benfica, Borussia Dortmund now. I would say that the German side is going to win 2-1. Let's see it though. 2-1, okay, finally I got it right. It's Mokoko again to score, Brandt as well in the final sequences of the match to get the 3 points, and Enzo scored for Benfica as well. Group C now, and Real Madrid is in the same position as Chelsea from before. It's Porto-Liverpool. I'd say the English side is going to win 2-1. And it's another draw, it's 2-2. Darwin Núñez scored against all odds, Salah as well, Taremi, and David Carmo for Porto. Real Madrid-Inter, the encounter that we've seen many times in the past 3 years or so in the Champions League. So let's see, another draw. It's 2-2 yet again. Oh, it's 1-0 for Inter. How? Lautaro Martinez and Toni Kroos getting a yellow card in the first minute. How? Well, things are getting interesting in Group C. Who would have thought that Inter would be in the first place after 2 matches? But now it's Group D for death, and Bayern is in the first place so far. Bayern, Milan. The German side should win 2-0, let's say. And it's 0-0. Oof. And the last match is Tottenham PSG. And you know what? I'm gonna expect the unexpected. So Spurs will win 1-0. Let's go. And it's 0-0, and Kane missed a penalty. The final match day is upon us, and in Group A, anybody could qualify, even Napoli. It's Manchester City, Leipzig. If the German side wins, they will go in the first place. Let's see it though. Hard to believe that... Oh yeah, okay, it's 4-1 for Manchester City and they will qualify. It's De Bruyne, Walker and Jack Grealish with the brace. And Forsberg scored again for Leipzig, but unfortunately his team is just too weak. And now to decide the second team that's gonna qualify, it's Eintracht Frankfurt against Napoli, and the Italian side is forced to win the next game. Can they actually do it? Let's see the quick sim result. And it's 2-1 for Eintracht Frankfurt. Unbelievable. Napoli is playing so well in real life, but unfortunately, this is FIFA, man. Colomwani scores, and also so for Frankfurt in the last sequences of the match, in the last 10 minutes or so, and Lozano's effort was not good enough for Napoli to qualify. So there it is, City and Frankfurt go through. Now it's gonna be Group B with Chelsea already qualified, and Borussia Dortmund just needs to not screw this up. It's Club Brugge Benfica, one of the most uninteresting matches. Let's go with a 0-0. That would be suitable. It's 1-0 for Bruges. Odoi scored. And now it's Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea, and the battle for the first place. Let's see it. Let's go with a draw, why not? Again. And it's Borussia Dortmund to get the first place. It's Moukoko with a brace. He scored in every single match, I think. Brandt as well. And for Chelsea, it's Sterling and Mason Mount only. So Chelsea and Dortmund go through as well. Now it's going to be Group C, the most interesting one. Everybody could qualify technically, but I would prefer Real Madrid and Liverpool, but let's see. But unfortunately, they're facing each other right now, and if it's going to be a draw, well, it's going to be terrible probably for both of them. Let's see. It's 1-1, all right, and it's Vinicius Jr. and Firmino. And this result has been terrible for Liverpool, who is going to the Europa League. But the question is, can Porto actually qualify if they defeat Inter? Let's see. Let's see. Inter Porto. It's a draw, and Lautaro Martinez scored the first goal of the match, but then Taremi scored the equalizer and had the golden opportunity to score the winning goal as well, but he missed a penalty. So it's Inter to go through. So Inter and Real Madrid go through. And in the group of death, it's Bayern with 4 points in the first place, and technically anybody could qualify, even Spurs. AC Milan, Tottenham. It's gonna be a draw, isn't it? 2-all, let's say. Oh, it's 2-1 for Milan. Brahim, Tonali, and Son scored today. Well, one thing is certain though, Milan is going to go through, meaning that whoever wins the next encounter is going to qualify. Is it going to be PSG or Bayern? I would prefer PSG to win, but they're forced to get the 3 points in order to qualify. Let's see it though. Maybe 1-0. Let's see it. 2-0 for PSG and they qualify. It's Hakimi and Neymar to score. So from the group of death, PSG and Milan qualified. If you've made it this far, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Thank you. Okay, now we have 2 more groups of 4. Group A is going to be Manchester City, Chelsea, Inter, and Milan. Of course, it's another group of death with 2 English teams against 2 Italian ones. And in Group B, we have Frankfurt, Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, and PSG. So 2 German sides against Real and PSG. My prediction for the final group would be City, Chelsea, Real, and PSG as well. The first encounter is City-Inter. Let's go with 2-0 for Manchester City. Let's see it. And the quick sim says 3-0 for Inter. How? I was not expecting this at all. Di Marco, Lautaro Martinez, and Mkhitaryan to score in the last minutes. Wow, what a surprising result. The next one is Milan-Chelsea. We've had this one in the regular group stages. And let's go with a Chelsea win, maybe 1-0. Let's see it. And it's a draw, of course. Mason Mount and Olivier Giroud to score. Eintracht Frankfurt, Real Madrid. Let's go with a 2-0 win for the Spanish side. And it's 2-1. Okay, pretty close. With Kroos, Götze, and Vinicius Jr. to steal the win. This time, PSG, Borussia Dortmund. There's no way the French side is not going to win. Let's go with a 3-0 victory. Let's see it, though. And it's 3-2. Mbappe with the brace. Messi scored as well for PSG, and Moukoko and Brandt score again for Borussia, but it wasn't enough. Well, Inter is in a fantastic position right now, and they're facing Chelsea. If they win, they're going to qualify. But first, it's Milan, Manchester City. The English side should win this one if they want to qualify. Otherwise, they're pretty doomed. And it's, okay, well, 2-1 for Milan. Rafael Leao to steal the win in the last minutes, meaning that Manchester City is eliminated. Well, there goes my initial prediction. But let's see, Chelsea-Inter. I'm expecting a draw here, maybe 2-2. And it's okay. There it is. Sterling and De Vrij scored in the first half, and then in the last 10 minutes, both Lautaro Martinez and Gallagher scored. Interesting match. Well, so far the Italian half of this group is performing well, but there's still a chance for Chelsea to qualify if they destroy Manchester City in the last match. But now it's time for Group B with PSG and Real Madrid with 3 points. It's PSG Frankfurt. Now, I don't know what the scoreline is going to be, but I know one thing. Kolo Muani will score. I guarantee it. Let's see it. It's 3-2. Neymar missed the penalty, but it doesn't matter. And it's Mbappe with the brace. Neymar scored, and Kolo Muani scored as well. It's Borussia, Real Madrid. Let's go with a draw this time, 1-1. And it's 2-0 for Real Madrid. Royce missed a penalty. Valverde and Vinicius Jr. scored for Real. So it seems that in Group B, we already have the 2 finalists. It's Real Madrid and PSG. So the German half of this group has performed just as poorly as their national team in the World Cup. So the last encounters, it's the battle for the first place between Inter and Milan, and also Chelsea needs to win the match against Manchester City, but the citizens also need to preserve their honor, regardless of how minuscule it has become. This is it. Can Manchester City get one measly point in this group stage, or can Chelsea qualify? Oh, and we have a Romanian referee. It's Jakub Soulescu. God help us all. Let's see it. And it's 2-1 Mount, and Gallagher scored for Chelsea, and Phil Foden tried to reduce the difference, but it wasn't enough. So it's Chelsea in the first place so far, but if Inter and Milan draw, then it gets more complicated. Let's see it though. It's the fan favorite. It's the 2-2 draw. Maybe. No, it's Milan to get through. Even though, what a crazy match. It's Giroud to miss a penalty in the 2nd minute. Then Rafael Leao gets sent off, leaving his team in a terrible, terrible situation. Messias Jr. scores the first goal of the match. Giroud almost gets eliminated as well. Then De Vrij scores the equalizer, and Brahim scores the final goal. What? So that means that the final group is going to consist of Milan, Chelsea, Real Madrid, and PSG. Let's sim the last matches just for completeness. It's Frankfurt, Borussia Dortmund. Nobody cares, literally. It's Frankfurt to win this one. Mario Götze with the brace. And Real Madrid against PSG to practice for the final confrontation in the final group. Let's see this unimportant result. It's PSG though to get this win, but it remains to be seen if they can do it again when it matters. Okay guys, it's time to make your predictions in the comments. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League? I would say, you know, based on what I've seen so far, probably it's going to be PSG. And yeah, I would prefer that. Why not? It's Chelsea, Real Madrid this time. I'm expecting a draw, maybe 0-0. Let's go with that. And it's 1-1 though. Sterling and Toni Kroos scored, and Jorginho missed an incredible opportunity to get the 3 points. AC Milan, PSG, it should be a 2-0 win for the French side, I'd say. And it's 4-2, okay. A lot of goals scored by the French side. Vitinha, Mbappe, Fabian Ruiz, and Neymar scored for PSG, and Milan through Tomori and Olivier Giroud. So far, it's looking great for PSG, but every single encounter is pretty difficult for any team. Milan-Chelsea, this is the 4th encounter in this Champions League season. Let's see the final result. I'd say Chelsea is going to win 1-0, maybe 2-1. Okay, Jorginho, Rafael Leao, and Kai Havertz to score the winning goal in the last minutes. Okay, which means that AC Milan cannot win the Champions League right now. So it's a competition between Chelsea, PSG, and Real Madrid, with Chelsea in the lead so far. But it's PSG, Real Madrid this time, and if the Spanish side doesn't win, they will lose the opportunity to lift another Champions League trophy. Let's see it. It's Jakub Soulescu as the referee yet again, and it's 1-0 for PSG, so Real is going home with nothing. Vitinha getting the win in the 85th minute. So pretty much the Champions League final is going to be PSG against Chelsea because Real Madrid and Milan have no chance whatsoever of lifting the trophy. So because it's such an important match, let's watch it together. Well, actually, never mind, because the game doesn't allow me to do this in the tournament mode. Let's just sim it normally. This is it, just like the Total Club Manager games from 2004 or so. Okay, it's a Chelsea attack. And it's a pass, but what an intervention from Donnarumma, but the lucky rebound gets to Sterling, who scores the first goal of the match. PSG needs to score, and let's see the run, it's a goal from Lionel Messi! The fast retaliation from the PSG side. Okay, it seems like an entertaining match. It's Messi yet again, Messi! There it is! Okay, he's gonna get the Ballon d'Or 100%. There's no question about it. Kylian Mbappe with the shot, it's 3-1 for PSG, okay. Well, Chelsea needs to wake up. Maybe they got too complacent after scoring the first goal, because everything went downhill from there. It's another chance for Messi, it's 4-1 for PSG. Well, okay, I don't know about you guys, but it seems quite rigged, but it's Kai Havertz who has something else to say. It's not over yet. 6 goals in the first half. What are we witnessing? It's now Chelsea with a great attack. It's Mason Mount. It's a goal. It's 3-4. 2 minutes only, and they cannot recover the ball, the English side. Let's see. It's the tiki-taka, and it's over. It's PSG to lift the trophy. Check out this video where I did the same thing, but in the World Cup. Okay, I'll see you there. And the last match, just for completeness, let's see. Real Madrid, Milan, it's 2-1 for the Spanish side. So PSG smashed everybody.